Hello and welcome to another Nimble video tutorial. Since this is the last video I'm going to do for 2019, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope 2020 is a great one for everyone. Hope Nimble catches on when people start researching this project and maybe even get some funding for this project. We shall see. So I wanted to just film this video on my double wide LG monitor again because I've been playing around with Nimble over the past few days. I've added a lot of polish to the IDE and fixed a few minor bugs and improved some pixel point accuracy on check boxes and things of that nature. Just to give you a look at what I mean by fixing pixel point accuracy, there was a small glitch in my checkboxes that these elements, the text wasn't perfectly centered with the checkbox. So I went through and checked all of my controls and made sure everything was accurate down to the pixel within my styles and templates. Spent a little time there, and I also spent some time looking at use cases for this double wide monitor layout that I have here. I'm going to give you a look at it right now. One of the things, if you're a full stack developer, being able to edit multiple files at the same time in a split screen is absolutely ideal. So what I'm going to do is give you a look at how I would use Nimble in a full stack environment. We're going to look at the Nimble Drive file design or web service design, in which the factory, the DOS factory, is the library that goes on the client. It would then send a message to the server and then execute the code on the VDOS or virtual DOS on the server. So being able to split screen this guy, you could easily track and debug your code by looking at the API call that's being used on the client, being able to track the actual server endpoint on the Node.js server here, and view the code and make sure your payload and your JSON contract is ideal and clean. So this is the router on the server for the VDOS command on the Node.js server when you post. Here's a trigger on the client on this side. This triggers VDOS and sends this payload to the server. Once the payload is sent to the server, it's parsed and then routed to the actual class that's going to run the command in the drive. So this make directory function is what actually runs on the server that performs the creation of a directory route or a folder route. You'll notice that this code is identical to the local running code. If you're not running using the Nimble Drive, the same code runs in JavaScript directly in, let's say, Electron would run on the server. It's the exact same code. It's just sending a command to make sure it executes. And then, of course, there's all the server passwords and session management that takes place to make sure it only takes place within your session. So the ability to track and build and write code along a API route in all the locations and being able to make sure everything lines up properly is like ideal for a multi-window, multi-text editing environment like this. Another cool thing that I noticed when using Nimble in this way, if you open up, you have the ability to open up a dialog and then of course trigger or open up another layout. And I made the UI more responsive so that the dialog will move it out of the way of your editor. So you can edit code, add events, and you shouldn't have any overlap. You should always be able to see and edit the features and controls that you want and set properties, as well as set the code for the events. Just wanted to add that polish and make sure the UI was very responsive in that understanding where things are on the screen. Not bad. I kind of like how it works. It also, if you minimize, it will recapture or try to adjust to the left-right side. Cool stuff. Only a couple of lines of code. That's all I got tonight. Unfortunately, it feels like I'm coming down with a cold again. So this is my last video for 2019. Everybody have a happy new year. Thank you for watching. And let's hope 2020 is even better.